I wanted to make this video in the light of a recent news that I heard. Tahlequah, I hope I'm saying the name right, was the name that was given to this orca that these group of scientists were studying. And in 2018, they observed Tahlequah carrying her calf for 1,000 miles over the span of 17 days after it died. And it really goes to show how much she had grieved the loss of the calf. And just a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, they observed her carrying the carcass of her second dead calf. And as tragic as that first loss was, to be able to bear that pain once again is, I feel it's a lot more difficult. Like, sure, you've gone through it once, but going going through it again is, it's really, thinking about it makes you feel pain, and that doesn't even go to the extent that, like, that being is experiencing. I first heard of Tahlequah in a video by this YouTuber called Exerbia. Replace the I with a 1. And the video was titled 8 million different species of aliens. And in the video, he goes on to say that language has profoundly shaped the way in which we think. And because of that, precisely, we lack understanding of the other languages that are out there. Like, the way in which I think in terms of the English syntax is quite different from the Hindi way of thought, let's just say. And it's a very minute difference, but like the the references upon which you can construct varies dramatically in both of these languages. I don't think I'm doing such a good job in explaining it, but it's basically that, like, the train is moving in the right direction, but the carriages are different in terms of the order. So, carriage number 12 could be carriage number 8 in another language. I hope that analogy sort of made things better. But in that, he makes a case that in the quest for understanding and seeking out for alien life, it's always been the case that how will we communicate with beings of unknown psychology and intelligence? And that's a very good question. How do you do that? And he says that maybe we are looking in the wrong places. Maybe the aliens are living right amongst us. It exists as different species. And maybe we are just too daft to understand them. Dolphins name themselves on a very unique whistle, and they recognize that whistle. And that's very impressive considering that we don't have original Christian names ourselves. Like, my name is Philip. How many other Philips are there? So, this, as we study nature and try to understand ourselves also, more and more and more as each passing day goes by. I think that the eventual point that all of us reach will be that everything is the recognition of the oneness of it all. It's recognizing that you are everything, everything is you, it's all one, we are all one. And that radical oneness is what I find my life inching closer and closer and closer towards. It's the guiding light upon which I have started to construct my life on and move towards. It's a very difficult journey to be able to go and do that, and some people find it so much more easier, but comparison is the thief of joy. And I have to understand that my path and your path and everybody else's path is very different. We're all having these moments of awakening, but it's all happening on different scales in different parts of the world. And my effort here is to sort of streamline that a little bit, and a lot of other people are doing this as well, where we contribute towards the entire shift of the consciousness of the planet by being role models of embodying love and moving with that love all throughout our life. And this love, as partial as human love is trying to be as impartial as possible. And sometimes for that to happen, you have to be partial, you have to be selfish. It's all a fine balancing act, and I think if we all knew how to balance as well as we possibly can, we would achieve world peace and harmony. And that that is a distant dream, but maybe this is the dream before the awakening. Stay tuned for more. There's stuff on the way that I think you will enjoy. Been doing some contemplation, some reflection, but at the same time been thrown an opportunity to throw myself into the unknown, and I went to the unknown and I came back feeling anew, like I learned something new. And new knowledge always opens up your vision to see things in things you never knew it existed in. Like your art or your craft or your life purpose. Philly Wonka is out. Peace.